It has been deleted for real. So I'm going to we're going to get into what the colors are for this gosh, I call this the crazy nation of YouTube because I just had a whole entire experience. The crazy is just rocking with it and just doing what needs to be done. And gosh, the troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand, a certain technique, or a certain tool. Get your makeup on, whatever makeup you want to use. Get it on in a way that you're satisfied with it because you set the standard for yourself. The bottom line here at the Crazy Troll Nation is self-acceptance and self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. I do curse sometimes in lives and in videos because I curse sometimes, period. And there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. I do always say, excuse me. So that's the intro, and that's what we're about. I hope that resonates with you. I'm going to reapply Sugar Cookie Chapstick. I did this base face. Thankfully, no one came into the live, and I was, just taking my time because number one, I'm still half asleep. So I told, the story about how my day went, blah, 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 how we picked the palettes and the shadows for the this palette bingo. And then I'm like, I didn't write down what the numbers were. So I had to actually like stop the live. And I did delete it. So, but if you see a live, that's like 23 minutes. That's that one. And then I'll make sure and go back and delete it if it didn't delete. So for Nomad Iceland Fire and Ice palette, it shows shades number 7 and number 1. I haven't looked to see what they are. So I'm going to be surprised with you. And I'm going to write them down. And how I did the palette bingo was I listed all the brand eyeshadows I have, and I had the random generator pick 3, and it picked Nomad. It picked Nomad, and it picked Lethal Cosmetics, and it picked Natasha Denona. So then for Nomad, I put in all the Nomad palettes I have, and I had it pick 2. So that's how we got the 2 shades from that. And I wrote down the numbers that it picked, but I didn't look at it. So it's still a surprise to me. And then I put in all the Lethal Cosmetics palettes that I have, had it pick 2, it picked 2 shades, put in all my Natasha Denona palettes, except for my Quints. And I think for future palette bingos, I'm not going to include Quints and quads. That's what I think. And so it picked 2, it picked shades 10 and 4, and I haven't looked at them yet. So we're going to find out together what the shadows are that we have to work with for this look. That's why I'm excited. So shade number, and I'm going to write them down as I said. So shade number 7. So we have 5, 6, 7. That shade is Elves. This shade here. And it picked shade number 1. So we got these 2. Oh my gosh. And the top one is Frig. So let me write that down. So number 7 is Elves. Y'all, I'm already like, what? And number 1 is Frig. Okay, the Lethal Cosmetics palette that it picked this one. And I don't know why I was having trouble opening it. This is the one I think I made from all of... No, it's not. No. Is it? Wait a minute. I think... Yeah, this is the one from I've made from all of the last chance or the clearance palette. I mean, shadows, and I was surprised that it made a cohesive palette because I just picked these at random because they were shades I didn't have already. So it picked shade 9 and shade 12. This is shade 9, which is, oh my god. Shade 9, bottom row, and both of these are the bottom row. So shade 9, this is Firefly, and shade 12 is Noodle. Oh man, and y'all know I don't even swatch shadows before I use them, and this is the time where I would, but because I swatch on my forehead, that's not going to happen. So we have Firefly. I could put them on I could do that. So Firefly, that's number 9, and number 12 is Noodle. This is very interesting. I'm wondering if I should just do this as a video. And so, this is so freaking weird. But thank you so much for being here. And so for Natasha's palette, it chose the Yucca palette. And it chose shades 10 and shades 4. So this is 9, this is shade 10, and this is Fushi. So So I'm going to write that down. Number 10, Fushi. And the other shade it chose was number 4, which is this shade here, which is Acacia. Oh, man. Acacia? Yeah, that's what it chose. So that's what we, oh, man. Yeah, I'm going to swatch them down here. So let me turn this down just a little bit. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. I'm thinking to do this as just a video and just let it air later tonight. This is already like 8:30. Let's just keep going. So let's backtrack. So Nomad, this is crazy. Number 7. So we have Elves, this shade, and Frig, which is that shade. I have no idea. So this is Elves. And these are not going to really look right. That's Elves. This will give you some idea, especially since we're going to be in and out of 3 palettes. This is Frig. Oh, man. And from, Lethal. Oh, gosh. Firefly, this shade. And then Noodle, which is this one. All right, Firefly. What kind of combination is this? And Noodle, which I do think shows up purple. Yeah. This will be different. It'll be cute. Oh, man, y'all. So we got like 2 bluish greens, 2 pinky purples, and then 2 mustard colors. From Natasha, we have number 10, Fushi, and this shade. So they're like almost the same, except one is lighter. So we have Fushi and Acacia. Oh my gosh. These will, oh man. Oh, wow. So that's Fushi. No, that's Acacia, the top one, number 4. This is number 10. This is Fushi. And that one is like a skin tone. So we probably put this for brow bone or to buff out. Yeah, so this is like a almost there, not there color. So that's what we're working with. So I'm gonna leave all of these palettes open. Because I need to see what they are, and then I'm gonna pull out brushes. This is an experience, and this live stream is an experience as well, because this is strange. I'm wondering if my settings are off some kind of way. I don't know. So I'm trying to just figure out where to put the palettes. I do have out 2 eyeliner brushes and just other brushes from when I washed them. So I'm just opening up the palettes. Let me get my mascaras where I can easily reach them. Hopefully nothing will fall, which means something probably will. And we're just opening up the palettes so I can see them, see the color. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But I know for these 2 shades, I can use any brush I want to use. But we're going to use, let me put that here. We're going to use unless we do for blending. Shit. Y'all, this is hard. This is hard. And doing a palette bingo live stream is hard. Excuse me, because I'm not prepared, because I didn't know what the shadows were going to be, and that's how I choose brushes. So, oh, and I almost dropped the brush. All right, let me just get started. So I'm going to prime the lid. So we have, you know what, we're going to do a halo spotlight type eye. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to start with this in the middle. So we're going to use this brush for that. So let's go ahead and prime this. So we kind of have a plan. I mean, at least we know what This is so strange. This is so strange. One thing I think I'm going to do different on my channel, and I thought about it before, but it didn't take off for me because I film every time I do a look, and so I always have extra content. I want to not upload every single day, because I feel like it makes it harder to stay caught up, and if I don't upload every day, I think that'll give more time to catch up. You know what I'm saying? Or to stay caught up, I should put it that way. Um, the only way that'll happen is if I do talk through videos, commentary videos, or if I do like, 3 looks, 1 video, because that's 3 days of filming, but you're only seeing 1 video. You know what I mean? And so I kind of think that's what's happening here because I have so much content. And some of you do binge watch. And I know from the comments that y'all binge watch. And so people are catching up. You guys are catching up. And then I don't know if notifications aren't on or just forgetting. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes people miss, the live stream. And I realize too a lot gets missed because even in the last giveaway, there were no entries. And when I posted, there were none. Someone said they were surprised. And it has happened before. But again, it's because I'm uploading every day. And I know, a lot of people do skip through videos. And so they may not hear it or they may not have seen that video. Um, and actually, that was last week's live stream. But anyway, so this is where we are. And so that's going to be a change that will come up. This is going to be so interesting when I watch this back. I just went across my brow over here. So I'm going to fish out my brow pencil and just, put that back a little bit really quick. So that's something that I've been wanting to do because I do think I'm just oversaturating y'all. And I know I'm not the only content creator. And sometimes I do feel like I'm attempting to, not intentionally, attempting to monopolize your time. Because if I'm uploading every day, it's because I'm hoping, this came down way too far. It's because I'm hoping that, well, number one, because I enjoy what I do, but it's always the hope that people will watch. And it's hard, as I was mentioning, it's hard to stay caught up. It's even hard for me to stay caught up on videos. And so this is like down way too far. But we're going to probably cover it up. We're going to figure something out. So we're going to take, where did I put this? I was going to say, where's the paper? That was a mess earlier. This whole thing is a mess. So we're going to take elves. No, this is Iceland. This is Lethal. This is Natasha. I'm glad I did watch them because I would have been like, what are we doing? And I'm still like, what are we doing? So we're going to take Noodle. This is not Noodle. This is Firefly. That's this shade. I'm kind of wanting to do this. We're going to be funky. Because this is a matte. Okay, let's go ahead and take Firefly. And we're going to put that on the center of the lid. This is so weird for me. Like, this is very strange for me. I was watching another video. Well, I saw a thumbnail. And it was saying, using a white shadow base to get your colors to pop. That did not work for me. I don't know what it was about it. But all it did was dull down the colors of the pastel shades I was trying to use. And I did a video when I was trying to do it because people swear by it. It did not work for me. And the base I had was someone had gifted me the Anastasia primer, which the first time using it, it was like very, very white. And I'm like, what in the world? So the second time I used it, I I knew to use a little bit, but both times all it did was like dull down the color of the eyeshadow I used. And the first time I thought it's because I put too much of the primer, but even the second time I used it, it just dulled down the color of the eyeshadow. And so I was just like, people swear by this, like this don't work. And I see different people of different complexions use, a white base and it works. So I'm like, what is it with me? Or is it just that it's just not a troll thing? Let me know. And I am satisfied with the way colors show up. I don't know why I took that like all the way up to the brown on this side. So we're actually pretty even. So now we're going to take, we're going to put this next to it. What palette is that? Oh, that's the same palette. So I'm going to take another one of those brushes. These are the Esom V27. So that's a noodle. Oh, man. And we're going to put the blue next to this? Let me look down here. Do we want to... This is Elves. We're going to take Elves from Iceland Fire and Ice, which is this shade right here. This video, y'all, this is just so fucking weird. Like, seriously. And we're going to put this on the outside. So we're just putting together these colors. Oh, but you know what? That's kind of cute. And I am just going lightly because we are going to put another color on the inner. That's cute. I wouldn't have done this combination. This is my first time ever even doing a palette bingo, let alone in a different palette. Well, I haven't done a palette bingo, period. I'm still just trying to figure out like did I screw up on my settings? But if you are watching this, thank you. Strange. The mishap earlier, this is a light look, and y'all know I want to do something dark, but we got to work with what it chose. That's one of the exciting things I've always thought. Well, one of the things I always thought was exciting about palette bingos is you just work with what the random generator chooses for you. And so you're not able to plan a look. This is very light, very ethereal. But you know what? These do work together, though. These colors are working together because they're both very light in their shimmers. Oh gosh, this is an experience. This is an experience. So I have to put in my mind like this is just a regular video because I'm used to talking to people. This is the first this has happened to me. I was watching somebody's video. I'm not going to say her name, and people didn't come in right away. And she was like, well, if nobody comes in, I'll just turn this off and do a video. And, she was just kind of waiting. Well, at least I did my base face while I was waiting. So she was just, waiting and saying, well, I don't know. And then people started trickling in. But I was just like, don't abandon it. I mean, I was there, And actually, I was part of the replay. Was I the replay? Yeah, I was part of the replay crew. So I was just like, oh, man, now I know how that feels. Because it is nice chatting with people. So I'm wondering, this is pretty. What? Excuse me. I don't know what that was. That was a Mountain Dew kicking in. I am sweating, y'all. I have some fallout from one of those shades under this eye, but not under this eye. So we're going to put that brush away. So we have this one to use. No, that was Elves. So we have these these four to use. So, damn it. We're going to take this one, which is Frig. Yeah, we're going to take Frig. We're going to use a fancy, this is so weird and interesting at the same time. 230 brush. This is Frig. So that's going to go on the outer corner. And then we still have Noodle to use. Where are we going to put Noodle? Noodle will probably go on the lower lash line. Oh. These shadows. Oh, this is nice. On lower lash line and inner rims, they're both the matte color access pencils. I forget which one is on my lower lash line. Can I grab it really quick? But I do remember Glider Dye is on my inner rims, upper and lower. On my lower lash line is Stage 5 Cleaner. And I put that there because I thought it would just go with whatever. But look. Oh, listen. Oh, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. I was chatting with Felicia from Nomad about something, but I'm not going to say anything. This is a look, but we still got to use that purple, and the purple is a shimmer. I got to put this on the inner corner too, or do I want to be bold and put that purple in the inner corner? That's what we're going to do. We just going to go for it. So I'm taking another. So that is it for the two shadows in this palette. Where was that purple noodle? This shadow right here. Did we use noodle? This is, I don't remember what we did. We did elves, firefly, and then this shade, which was Frig. Okay, so we didn't use noodle. So then we'll just need to use those two shades from Natasha Denona's palette. So, and this is a shimmer. And I'm trying to tap where it's white just to get it lighter, but I don't think that's gonna work. So we're gonna put that right here. So it's still, this is a very interesting look. I'm just going really light, y'all, because and plus we only have that little bit of space, and so it's just, and this brush is perfect for like right here. So what it looks like is like this is this shade, and this is that shade. This is a colorful look. We're gonna go back to the brush that had that outer corner shade on it, and we're just going to just feather that out a little bit. Whatever's in the brush. Ooh, that's nice. I'm like, ooh. Right now I'm trying to think of what liners to use for my upper lash line. This is so strange. Wow. Thank y'all for being here. If this is your first time here, go ahead and click subscribe. Click like because I'm pushing through. I'm pushing through. And a friend of mine was even asking me, are you going to be able to do live tonight? Because they knew I hadn't slept. And I'm like, I'm going to push through because I don't want to, lose my momentum. I did establish that Monday nights will be our lives, and I don't want to start missing because I'm always tired anyway. And so I don't want to be like, oh, I'm sleepy. I'm not going to. I have a mole right there. I thought that was my brow pencil, but it's not. It's a mole. And I'm like, I'm going to push through because I'm always tired. So I'm going to be like, okay, I'm sleep deprived. I'm not going to do it. That's every day for me. So that is it for this palette. Y'all, I can't believe. I can believe it, but I'm like, we are really like doing this look and don't even really know what we're doing. um, wow. What am I going to put for lower lash line? What am I going to put for lower lash line? I want to use a shimmer shade. I think first half, I'm going to take out two of these brushes. And first half, I'm going to take the center lid shade, which was elves, and we're going to put that on the first half of the lower lash line. I really like this brush. This is a LaRouche LR008 angled shading brush, but I really like it for lower lash line and for pulling out shadow on my outer corner. So we're going to put this here because it plexes and blows out at the same time, but not as wide as that huge Scott Barnes brush, which I do really like that one too. So we're going to put this on the inner portion of our lower lash line. I think I got shadow in my eye. So we're putting this here. And for the second half, we're going to take, actually we'll take this shade, the shade that's on the inner corner. These shades are working so well together that it's like, it just kind of blends in. Wow, that's kind of freaky. Super freak, super freak. Super freaking, yeah. So what was that? That was Noodle. That was a Rick James lyric, by the way. So we're going to take Noodle, this shade here, with the clean one, and we're going to put that on our, this is like so freaking weird, on the outer half of our lower lash line. So what shadows are we going to put? I love purple and greens. I think we're going to take Macro Violet from MAC, which is a shimmer purple. I don't use it often because it doesn't really show up, and it usually doesn't show up because I do dark eyeshadow looks before a look like this. I think it'll show up. And so we're just going to put this here, the second half of our lower lash line. So I'm using pointy side facing inward, and then pointy side facing outward, which is backwards. Pointy side, this is the pointy side right here. And then we're just going to pull it out. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe because I was trying to get it thick over here. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I still feel like I'm dreaming, so I don't even know if any of this is real. So, so that's what we have. We're overlapping the green with this brush that has the purple on it, just so it looks like there's a blend, and like this side doesn't. So we're tapping it again lightly, tapping off, and we're going to overlap that green. It still kind of looks the same. All right. So we're going to move on here. This is so strange to me. So this is that. I feel like something is going on with my settings. I don't know, y'all. I just don't know. I do know I'm going to fix lunch after this. And then I'm going to just lay back down on the sofa, catch up on videos. So we still have those two shades from Natasha's palette to use. And so where are they going to go? Because both of them, well, one, we have these two shades to use. So what I'm going to do, excuse me for smacking, I'm just like, what? We're going to take Acacia, because this is the darker one. That's this one. And we're going to use that. Yeah, because we did that one first. That's Acacia, this one up here. It looks darker, right, than I thought it would. We're going to use this with the taper blending brush. And we're going to buff out our lower lash line. And so we are tapping off. We're going to buff out under there. This is probably a cheat because even though it looks dark, it's like, oh, it made this part look like I'm tired. We're going to take it also, and we're going to put it over here. So we're coming out further. So even though it is making it a little bit darker, so we're going to just blend a little bit right here. For down here, it just made this look darker, like, looks like my bags. So we're going in, tapping off again, and we're going to just feather this out even further. Thank you for being here if you're watching this. Click like because I'm pushing through, trying new things. This is just like, what? Excuse me for poking you in the eye. There was a notification popped up that I was getting rid of. So even though this looks really dark, even though my chest is not the same shade as my forehead, and we have on foundation, bronzer, powder. I forgot to put on the hourglass powders today, which may be a good thing since I'm sweating. So that's what we got. So we're going to put that brush away, and we're going to take, we just grabbing a brush. This is the Sigma E49, and we're going to go into Fushi, this shade here. This is so freaking weird. And we're going to tap this under the brow because that's this shade. And this one looks dark, and that barely showed up. So this shade is really not going to show up, I think. I just tapped into Acacia, so I'm wiping that brush off. Going back into Fushi, this shade down here. And we're just going to tap that up here. So this gave me a good combination. I did not tap off this time. I tapped in once, did not tap off. I can see it. Ooh, yeah, that's mustardy. And this actually does show up on me. And so, this is so freaking weird. I do appreciate you for being here. I hope that other one really did delete. So that is it, y'all. So what liners are we going to use? We said purple, right? We said macro violet from MAC Cosmetics, which means I only need one eyeliner brush because we're going to just put that one shade. And what are we going to do for lips? We're going to do dark purple for lip from Sephora collection. Ooh, or we can do this. Or both. Let's do the dark purple. And I'm picking up every one button. I only have 4 of them. We're going to put this on and we're going to top it with the lip gloss from MAC. Excuse me for that. So, MAC's Fluid Line and Macro Violet. So we are swirling the brush. This has a nice dip in it, and I keep thinking I don't use it a lot, and now we're swiping and turning the brush as we go. But apparently I do use it enough, but then I have had it for a while too. So we're going to put this on our upper lash line. Oh, I received shipping notification from City Beauty. For some reason, I had thought that I had received it, and I didn't. And I had even messaged the rep saying, "Oh, I received it. Thank you." I had mixed that up with Queen Muzia, so I had to, so I emailed, and I didn't realize it until like last week. And she was like, "Oh, great. I hope you like it." And she was like, "And here's your code, your discount code for your viewers." And then I was one day I was like, where's that package? And I'm like, oh shoot, I done mixed up the brands. And so I sent the email and I said, my apologies, I got brands mixed up, PR brands mixed up. I actually do not have the package. This side came out thicker. Um, and I don't remember if she responded back or not. But then, like a few days after that, I received shipment notifications. So I was just like, so that was kind of strange because she first contacted me. It seems like it was a while ago. It was at least a few weeks, and I don't know. Nomad, my rep, she manually like emails me and says, "Here's your tracking number." It's not automatic. Like when you buy something, you'll get an email saying it's shipped. That's what City Beauty did, and like other brands do. And so I was kind of like, oh, that's interesting. But anyway, so that is on the way. It should be here later this week, so I'll be trying those products. That wing came out thicker because I'm just running my mouth, not paying attention, and this side wasn't thick. So I'm making this side thicker. I like it, but when I look down, it looks distorted, but then when I look up, it doesn't. And down this side, actually, they look good when I'm just looking straight. But when I raise them, like down here, these look super thick. Super thick. This rap song, hip hop is so different these days than when I was growing up, like the 80s, 90s hip hop. One of the lyrics was thicker than a snicker. I was like, what? He was like, thicker than a snicker. I was like, it's like, okay. So we're going to put on the Queen Muzia mascara, and we're going to top it with the Max Stack mascara. I saw from watching Jen Love's video today. Is it on sale? I don't know if it's on clearance or sale or what. Max Stack has a primer, a Max Stack primer. I think it must be new. This is what I realized watching her video today. Like when I look for stills and deals for my Saturday videos, sometimes I have a hard time finding them. The last few weeks I've had a hard time finding them. So she was saying stuff that was coming. Well, you know what? This is why. I just realized why hearing myself say this. She was saying, this is what's coming, like new release stuff or stuff that just came out, whereas I'm already looking for current sales. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the difference is. So thank you for helping me process that, because sometimes talking to y'all, it helps me realize something, and so that's what I just realized. And so yeah, they have or are coming out with a lash primer, a Max Stack primer, and y'all know I want to try it. This eye look is nice. And I like how the purple is here and is here on the inside. So it kind of, it's like crisscross. And as far as the lid shades, like that could be just like a multi-chrome the way it's going together. And so yeah, Max Stack mascara, here we are. I have noticed putting the Max Stack over top of the Queen Muzia, if I try after it dries, if I try to apply another coat of the Max Stack mascara, my lashes feel a little crunchy. And I think it may be because the Queen Muzia has a lash serum built into it, and I don't think it's meant to be used as a primer, so to speak. But I want my lashes to show up. And with the Queen Muzia, like it really doesn't. But I'm going to keep using it. And the reason I'm layering it is because part of me doesn't want to use it, but they say 42 days of use, your lashes will be noticeably longer, which means I need to keep using it. You know what I mean? Everything is not instantaneous. And so I'm using it, but then I'm also layering something on top of it so you can see my lashes. And I don't look for a lot in a mascara. And I have concluded these lashes are longer than these lashes. Because even looking at them now, you can see both sides, but these are definitely more noticeable. And so, which is not unusual because my face is not symmetrical. So why should my eyelash length be? You know what I'm saying? So we're going to, oh, y'all, I just like, I want to declutter some more stuff, y'all. And it's crazy because I don't have a lot of stuff. Well, not crazy. Strange is probably a word, the better word. Dark purple number 52 Sephora collection cream lip stain liquid lipstick. Because I think about palettes I don't use often. But then when I use them, like to decide if I'm going to keep it or not, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to keep it. And so I probably need to, when I have those thoughts, just go ahead and let it go. But the formula is good. Like when I try palettes to see if I'm going to really keep it. And I do like the look, so I'm like, I'm going to keep it. But it's just one of those things where I have to make a conscious effort to use it. Like sometimes in my mind, I'm like, oh, I didn't use such and such palette, and I'm excited to use it. And then there's some I'm like, I haven't used it in a while. I'll just use it to see. You see what I did? This is what happens when I talk trying to do on Livy. And I need to get that off before it dries. Because when it dries, it dries. This is so strange. So, did I get it? Yeah. I love these. And you know what? I don't have any backups of these, but I don't feel like I need to. Not that any of it is a need, it's a want, because they have the 30% off sale frequently, a couple of times, a few times a year. So this is Maleficent from MAC, and it is a lip glass. Oh, my lips, y'all, my lip shape. You see? Excuse me. See where it has that gap when I smile? All right, let me put some more of this on there. Shoot. Okay. And so if the other part of the live would have stayed, this would be about an hour. So we're going to take the lip glass. And I do feel like it's going quicker because there's not a lot of chat. This is so weird. I know I keep saying that. I keep trying not to say that, but y'all know I have a habit of, speaking my mind. This is cute. This is really cute. So this is our look, y'all. Thank you so much. Leave your comments below. Click the like button. If you're not subscribed and you keep coming back, go ahead and subscribe. And I made a decision I think I'm going to talk about in another video because I realized some things. So, as always, let me do pictures. Should I cover up my chest? Yeah. One more. I lied. This is going to be the last one for the screenshot. Should I put the palettes in the screenshot? Yeah. Thank you for bearing with me through that. Hopefully my lips were okay and not any gaps. I love this lip combo. I'm definitely going to keep doing that. So as always, self-accepted, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you so much for being here, and you will see me very soon. Oh, sorry for poking you in the eye. I'm still poking you in the eye.